What is carb cycling and exactly how does it work? Well, previously I made a video on the basics of carb cycling, but this time I want to get deeper into it. I want to explain the numbers and show you how you can make a plan with the correct calories for you. Let's go. So thank you for tuning in to Specific Personal Training, and if you want to stay up to date with all the latest content from this channel, then make sure you smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest notifications. Now it's finally here, guys. I know when I did the last carb cycling video I said that I would do one where I explain the numbers a lot more and it's finally here. Now if you haven't seen that first video, you can see in this top corner here the basics of carb cycling, but you know, on a basic level how it works is some days you eat higher carbs, some days you eat lower carbs. And if you've read all of the articles online about how it works and the method and the numbers and you understand all of that, then you could sell programs on it. You could sell programs on carb cycling. Like, all people want to know is, how does it work? How can it work for me? That's it. How it works is through the week you still have a calorie deficit, but you taper the calories. This allows you to have a great output in the gym, particularly on training days, because at the end of the day, if you want to lose weight in the gym, then you need to have some intense training level relative to you. When you've been following like a standard calorie deficit plan where you're just in like a 100 to 200 calorie deficit every day of the week, or like 6 days of the week, and then you start plateauing, this is when you want to switch to something like carb cycling. And I do always say, keep your nutrition as simple as possible for as long as possible. Don't make it any more complicated than it has to be. So let's actually get into the numbers. Now I will admit, because I'm not that much of a maths genius, and Carol Vorderman turned me down again for the third time, I got my friend Derek to help us with this. Take it away, Derek.
Hi there, Daniel, and thank you for all that kind introduction. And hi everyone, my name is Derek. So let's go through the numbers, shall we? So first of all, we need to get your daily calorie intake. Now today we're just going to go with the average male, which is 2,500 calories. Now remember, we do need to put them into a deficit, so we're going to start off with 2,400 calories. We're just going to subtract just 100 calories and start them at 2,400 calories. And so now the breakdown of this would be 220 grams of protein, 30 grams of fat, and 265 grams of carbs. And that would leave us with a total of 2,398. So, you know, just 2 calories under 2,400 there, okay? Now, if you want to know what your exact calorie total is, then there are plenty of free calorie calculators online that you can use, and they'll tell you exactly what your daily calorie intake should be with regards to your height, your weight, your daily activity level, and all sorts of things. So this is, we'll call him Johnny for today. So this is Johnny's basic split of his macros and his calories total. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep his proteins and his fats the same while alternating his carbs around, creating a zigzag effect. So how are we going to do this effectively? Well, we're going to get his total calorie amount for the week and we're going to times that by 7. So if we have the 2,400 up here times by 7, and that is going to leave us with a total of 16,800 calories for the week. That is how many calories he needs to eat throughout the whole week. And if you're still with me right now in this early stage, then type a yes in the comments below and help Dan out with some engagement in this video. So as mentioned previously about using the high carb days, mainly for the training days. So let's say you train 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. So they're going to be our high carb days. And on our low carb days, we're going to aim for around 2,100 calories. So then what we want to do is we want to have our low carb calories times the amount of days, and we want to take that away from the calorie total. So that would be 2,100 times 3 minus that from 16,800 which would leave you with a total of 10,500. So that would leave you with the remainder of 10,500 calories for the 4 high carb days. So then what we want to do is we want to get that 10,500 and we want to divide that by 4, and then that would give us a total of 2,625. What I'll do is I'll just mark a little high carb here, just for those of you who are taking notes at home, so you know what this is here. Now remember, we do keep the proteins and the fats the same, and do also remember that 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories, and 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories, and also 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories. Now this is important to remember this right here if you do not already know this. Right, so now let's work out how many carbs we're going to have on the low carb days and on the high carb days. So first let's do the low carb days. If we have 220 grams of protein times by 4, that is going to equal 880 calories. And if we have 50 grams of fat times by 9 calories per gram, then that is going to equal a total of 450 calories. If you combine these together, that is a total of 1,330 calories. So then we're going to have this number and we're going to minus it from our low carb calorie days. So that will be 2,100 minus 1,330, which will leave us a total of 770 calories for our carb. To work out exactly how many carbs that's going to be, we simply need to divide this number by 4, which will equal 192 grams of carbs on Johnny's low carb day. And so now for the high carbs. Now, as you can see, I've already got the formula here, and the way it's going to work is you're going to have your high carb calorie total, which is 2,625, and you're going to minus the protein and the fat calorie number from that, which is going to be 1,330, which is going to leave you with your carb calorie total, which is going to be 1,295. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have the carb calories, which is 1,295, and we're going to divide that by 4, which equals a total of 324 grams of carbs on your high carb days. So this here is the formula that you would use to find out exactly how many carbs and calories you would be eating on your low and high carb days if you were using a carb cycling diet plan. Back to you, Dan.
Guys, can we just give this video a thumbs up for the maths that Derek's just done there for us? Now this is a formula that if you go back, don't go back now. Don't go back now. Wait till the end. But if you go back, and I might even put it up on the screen, but if you go back to the video, it's a formula that's been explained so you can use it to work out your own macronutrient profile for a carb cycling routine. Now, did I mention how some people, for convenience and for work output, have their high carb days on training days? Well, you can still train on your low carb days though if you wish, particularly if you're someone who trains 5 to 6 days a week. If you wanted a different split where you only had 2 high carb days and the rest of the days were low carb, again you can. But what I would still do is I would save the high carb days for days that you're doing like intense weightlifting training, like with your big compound moves. That is the time that I would use your high carb days the most. The same formula applies. The only difference would be if you change the split, would be the number of low carb days will change in your formula, which then obviously means the amount that you would eat on your high carb days would change a little bit as well. And doing it like this will give you structure. It will give you the exact numbers you need where you can have low calorie days, replenish your glycogen stores, and still be in a deficit at the end of the week, so you can still keep shredding fat and keep your metabolism going. Before you try carb cycling, if you haven't already, just try a low calorie balanced diet. And like I say, every diet works for everyone for so long. So everybody, I hope this video has been a great help and explain how to make carb cycling work for your specific calorie needs. If it has, then give it a thumbs up. If it's left you more confused and wondering what the hell, give it a thumbs down. But either way, let's discuss it down in the comments below. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest notifications. And if you want to see more videos on fat loss, I have this playlist here. And if you want some workout routines to help go along and excel your fat loss, then click on this link here.